Hi guys, so today I'll be changing the timing chain tensioner, which is this little thing here, and this piston will spring out, providing the tension required to keep the timing chain taut in here. Okay, so where does this little thing is located? Well, it's located here behind the engine block, and we can see that screw there. I'm not sure where I can get any closer. I'll try. Bit difficult. There, behind the engine block. So two 10mm screws needs to come off. Okay, and I was doing the valve cover the other day, but I didn't order that part yet, and that's why I couldn't do it. It'd be a lot easier with this cover off because I can get my hand lower, but it's fine. I can reach down with a spanner and do the two 10mm screws here. So also it's important after the installation, in order for this piston to spring back, I have to crank the bottom pulley, which is here. So I've taken the rear wheel off. I have to crank this bottom pulley with a 19mm socket. I have to crank maybe at least one revolution, perhaps two, in order for that piston to spring out. And I should hear a click when that happens. It should click when it springs out. The reason is that the reason for changing the timing chain tensioner is because this O-ring here, well, mine is 20 years old, and after 100,000 miles on the clock, the O-ring can degrade, become hard, and therefore no longer flexible to stop the oil coming out. So there's oil leak from there all the way down, as you can see, down to this corner of the engine block, just above the oil pan. So here you can see some fresh, yep, so let me get closer. All this is kind of pretty fresh oil, engine oil, right? And here as well, this side as well. Let me get around. Yeah, there you go. If I put my finger there, rub it. Oh yeah, baby, look at this, wet, sticky, greasy. Yep, there. So I keep rubbing my hand in this side, around the corner, and further up. Oh yeah, ouch. Yeah, I just drove the car, so the engine is still pretty hot. So yeah, be careful not to do this when the engine is hot. So I'll be waiting for maybe half an hour before I take the timing chain tensioner off. So this is a common issue for Celicas, and but this fix is pretty easy, changing the timing chain tensioner. So this thing cost me around 36 quid. Not too bad, since you only need to do this once or twice throughout the whole lifetime of the vehicle. And you know, my oil leak is not very severe. I mean, I don't really need to do this, but it'd be nice for me to take the timing chain tensioner out and check whether the tension is still good enough. And if it's not good enough, it's going to damage the timing chain and make it stretch, and it'll create some clicking sound in here. And my engine kind of has a little bit of clicking sound. I'm not sure whether it's to do with the timing chain not being tight enough. We'll see. I'll change the tensioner and then start the engine and listen to it and see whether the sound has changed or not. Okay, so now the engine's cooled a little bit. I can get this 10mm spanner into the back and do those 10mm screws. Now in theory you should be using gloves for this, but however, for fiddly jobs Handling small bolts and components and screws like that, I prefer not to. Otherwise, it'll be my hands will be numb, and it'll be easy to drop the components into the engine bay. So now let's see. The bolts are here. Yeah, it's a little bit fiddly. Okay. Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay. Top one's loose. Top one's loose. Try the bottom one. I'm gonna get a ratchet in a bit. This is just good to provide the initial loosening strength. It's easier to get the rest of the bolt out with the ratchet. So let me put that in. Okay. The bottom one is definitely more fiddly. Maybe I need a ratchet. Okay, let me unclip this wire. Clip this wire. Yep. Now I get in. You see, you don't force it. You don't want to strip the bolt. Is it in? Oh yeah. There you go. It's loose. Oh, I can do it with my hand. The bottom one, the top one, maybe not. Let's loosen the top one a bit more and unscrew the bolt with my hand instead. Yeah, the engine is still a little bit warm. Okay, see it. There you go. Yep. All right. Now, at this point, be very careful not to drop the bolts. Use both hands if necessary. Okay. It's easier said than done though. Okay, yeah. You can feel it coming off. Be careful, don't drop it. Got it. Okay, one. Put that aside. And do the second one, bottom one. The bottom one's a lot easier. Bit more room there. Okay, be careful. Got it. Oh, oily. Definitely leaking oil from the bottom half. Now, people who have installed this say that you can just wiggle the tensioner and hopefully it should pop out. Some say hit it with a hammer, rubber mallet. Mine's not coming off. So let's see. I could give it a tap with a hammer, screwdriver or something. Yeah. I'll be back. Okay, so I got it out. I couldn't do it with a hammer, so I used a flathead screwdriver and pried it out. It just popped out, it fell to the ground. So, as you can see, that's how it works. So this is the piston that will provide the tension on the timing chain guides, plastic guides. Right? This is going to push against the guides, and that's going to provide the tension. This is what I suspect is causing the leak, the O-ring. We shall see. I'm going to install the new one. So you're supposed to press this here with perhaps a screwdriver. The new one worked. Oh yeah, there you go. Hold on. But my old one doesn't seem to go back for some strange reason. Oh yeah, there you go. Got it. A bit more, yeah. Oil's gonna squeeze out. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me do it here. Okay, so yeah, got it. Push the piston back in, get the hook back on, and that's the resting state. So you're supposed to put this tensioner at the resting state before you put it into the hole here, okay? Never install this with the piston out. Okay, so to give you a better view, I've put a mirror behind this position so you can see what's going on behind the engine. So you can see that hole there. There. See if I can zoom in. Yep, there. Right. It's trying to zoom. Okay, got it. See that? There. That's where the timing chain tensioner goes. Yep. Alright, so next step is to apply some fresh engine oil on the timing chain tensioner O-ring, and then insert it back into that hole. Okay, so I've applied fresh engine oil on all the way around the O-ring and a little bit in here as well. Now this is the resting state of the tensioner. So now I'm ready to put it back in. Of course, clean the area where the tensioner goes with some degreaser and a piece of cloth. Let's take the mirror away. Now the way it goes is there's a dot, there's a metal big dot there that goes on to the driver's side, or you can imagine the hook facing upwards. Let's hope I don't drop this. Yeah, let's use two hands, shall we? It's in. It's in. Yep. I can feel the tension of the O-ring. See if I can push it back in. Usha. Nope. Hold on. Whoop, whoop. Something's going on. Oops. See. Yeah, the car is tilted backwards because it's on a stand. So if I let go, there's a chance that the the tensioner will slip backwards and drop to the floor. Interesting. Well, good news is I know the O-ring's working because, boy, the fat O-ring is making it hard to push it in. Now let's use both hands. Usha. Oh, nope. All right. Nope. Oh yes, do you hear that click? That's it. Got the O-ring in. Ooh. Actually, I wonder whether the old one is tight. If it's not, then that means the new O-ring is better. Let me take it. Let me take it out. Let me take it out. Put the old one back in and see how tight it is. All right, I've got the old one here. Let's pry back out. All right, let's clean my hands. Clean my hands, don't want to contaminate the new one. Okay, pry the new one back out. Let's try the old one. Let's see how tight it is. Okay. Yeah, I can feel it. No force at all. So the O-ring is definitely not stopping. Oh, wait a second. No, actually it is. It is. It popped. So the old one, the old O-ring seems to be giving a tight seal, but I'm not sure whether it will be tight enough though. Anyway, I bought a new one. Let's install the new tensioner. Okay. And I can feel it. The old one is not. The plunger is not very smooth. I mean, yes, that's kind of what you expect after 20 years, 100,000 miles on the clock. So yeah, put the new one in. Yeah, right way up, preferably. Good job, I checked. But anyway, it won't go in if it's upside down, I was told. So yeah, pop. Let's make it pop. It's definitely harder than an old one. Oh my goodness. Now I'm regretting taking it out again. It was so hard to pop back in. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yes, the new one is definitely much tighter. All right. Okay. Carefully put the two bolts, 10mm bolts back on with both hands. Let me do the bottom one first. Careful, okay. It's in. Do the top one. Steady. Yep, back on. Now use a ratchet instead of that spanner. A bit faster. Right, get one of these. Oh yeah, nice fit. I'm not sure what the tension should be, but it should be relatively tight. I'll try to make it roughly the same as when I took it out. Huh? Alright, top one's on. Getting the bottom one back on. Let's see. Yeah. Tighten the top one as well. Yeah, definitely fiddly. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, nice and snug. Got it. Yeah, don't over tighten though. The engine block is aluminium, so you could strip the thread. Okay, that's it. What's left to do is go down to the bottom pulley, start cranking clockwise like this until you hear a click. The click indicates the piston has sprung out and the tension is ready. And then start the engine and hope for the best, right? So let's get over here. Right, there you go, bottom pulley. Yeah, you can, the angle's alright. So get a big ratchet, start cranking clockwise, and at the same time listen for the click. Alright, here we go. I heard it. I heard the click. Yeah. Yeah, I heard the tensioner click, but I heard two clicks. I think the first one was that the hook was released. The second click indicates the piston springing out. So yeah, let's crank a bit more. Maybe one more revolution. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, some places are tight. Some sections are tight and some sections are not tight. So, okay. There you go. So I guess that's it. Ready to start the engine. Okay, time for the moment of truth. Hope I did not screw this up. I'm going to start the engine. Fingers crossed. Oh my god. Okay, no worries. The chain is not rattling. Let's see. Yeah, the sound is slightly different to before. I think the slight clicking sound is gone. Okay, so maybe with the old tensioner, it wasn't providing the right function, you know, the right tension, and the timing chain wasn't rotating properly, not tight enough. And now I don't hear that little minor clicking sound. Yeah, I think everything's fine. So, alright. So this is the end. Another problem fixed on this car. So hopefully I'm not going to find too many of these in the future. And this baby will keep going for maybe 100,000 more miles.